during this project, we invited students from two different study programs, Medialogy and Techno-anthropology, to work together and develop solutions and ideas and, for the technology and migration theme. So that, of course, started a collaboration among students from these two different study programs, but also from different semesters in the study programs. And we saw that because we had groups from the second, the fourth, the sixth, and the eighth semester, we saw that students from different semesters were exchanging ideas, were working together in some cases, finding resources, sharing resources, and trying, to approach the theme, of course, from different angles, but sharing their ideas and their knowledge. Another thing is that during this project, we had the chance to work together, educators at the university, PhD students, but also we invited, and we were happy to see that the UN Refugee Agency decided to collaborate with us. So we had also mentors from three different backgrounds. I think the most innovative part of the technology and migration project was the interdisciplinary collaboration. So the collaboration among mentors and students from different study programs, and also the fact that students from different semesters with different learning objectives and learning goals and themes worked under the same umbrella theme. Also, finally, it's the collaboration with an external stakeholder, and actually the direct collaboration and the collaboration throughout the semester. The semester, the last semester was done online due to the pandemic. So I think one of the challenges was to engage students, to foster collaboration among them, although they were physically isolated, and also the mentors were physically isolated. So they didn't have the opportunity to socialize and to network as much as we wanted, and but what we did is that we created a dedicated team on Microsoft Teams that we are using anyhow for our education, and then we established Friday meetings, so everybody who wanted could join. The mentors, some of the mentors at least, were there, and we had an informal discussion, exchanging progress, ideas, frustration, and I think that worked quite well to meet this challenge of online collaboration. Another challenge we faced was the collaboration with the external stakeholder. And I think what we have learned is that we have to be very clear about what we expect, and maybe also what kind of support the students may need throughout the semester, because I think there was a problem in aligning the expectation on these sides. And I think another thing that we met is that we should actually try and use simplified language when talking to external stakeholders, not use the technical language or language very specific to the field, because that can also hinder collaboration and flow of knowledge among an external stakeholder and the university. I believe that the technology and migration semester theme has two dimensions of innovation. One is the innovations developed from the students. It's actually the students worked throughout the semester in producing prototypes, ideas, analyzing existing technology. So depending on the semester and the semester theme and the semester objectives, obviously the students approached the theme from a different angle, and I think the ideas that the students produced can definitely be applicable in other topics, but also they can be starting points for creating further innovating in the field of technology and migration. Now, I think also the idea of having students working together throughout semester and throughout studies is also an innovation. And I think that can definitely be applied to other educational contexts and other disciplines, and further developed as an idea.
Absolutely. It allowed for cross-pollination of different fields. Although there were some some difficulties through this first iteration of the project, it has awesome potential for working because for us as mediologists, while we're studying, it can become this just a tiny bubble of this is what we do. But already here on the second semester, working with in our field but in a different context, just shows us like this stuff can be used in any context, and this stuff is important. Absolutely. It felt relevant because we got the opportunity to work on something that had some real world effect on a problem that is very present right now, and actually feeling like you're working on a project with a real life application with real human beings that need help and support in many different fields, and getting a sense that we, through our studies in mediology, can contribute to that. And that's I think that's awesome. That's and also in already in this second semester, already getting a sense of that to begin with is it did, although we had difficulties with working out specifically what project we wanted to work with and how we wanted to work with it. We had a bit of difficulty getting the data that we wanted and the data that we needed. That being, I think the project turned out pretty much, it felt a bit insulated in our group and with you, Eva, as our hvad hedder det på engelsk?
Supervisor?
Yeah, as our thank you, as our supervisor. It felt a bit insulated, and it didn't necessarily feel so connected to this multidisciplinary field of tech and migration. It felt like a mediology project, and this is our this is our field of study, and this is what we want to do. And it didn't necessarily feel very connected to the scope of the entire project, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think it does. I think our project got some really good results. I think we've, without tooting my own horn, I think we did some pretty solid work. And the application, just in the ideology that we worked from, and our sensibilities as people, it felt very open-ended. It felt like we're making this thing that can contain things and material, and that can be whatever we want it to be. And in this case, it was obviously an M-learning platform, but it felt scalable, and it could be diversified potentially.